Hello and welcome to News and Special Premier League Prediction. Come Monday and all the roads in Manchester and from Liverpool, which is just 1 hour away from Manchester, will be leading to the iconic Old Trafford Stadium for the big clash of the week. I am News 9 football analyst Hardik Agrawal, but before we start our forecast for the Premier League match week 3, let's revisit the clashes of the previous week. The last match week lived up to the expectations of every Premier League fan. London derby between Chelsea and Spurs ended in a 4-goal thriller with Conte and Tuchel taunting each other on the sideline. It was a perfect drama to mark the 30 years of the English Premier League. In the last edition of this special, we have predicted 60% of the match results correctly. Arsenal's triumph over Leicester, Villa's success against Everton, City thrashing Bournemouth. All these matches turned out to be in sync with the pre-match statistical analysis. Brighton versus Newcastle, Southampton versus Leeds and Wolves versus Fulham ending in a draw were also among the results that stayed true to our pre-match assumptions. Let me share with you, these News 9 analysis and predictions aren't just speculation based on media reports or teams' reputation. We arrive at these predictions with some crucial data crunching. But let me caution you, the final outcome will always be governed by what we call glorious uncertainties of sports. Now over to match week 3. Man United have had a gloomy start to the new season. Now they face the big test on Monday. The Red Devils will be facing their fiercest rivals Liverpool on Monday night at 12:30 am. This is the match about which I mentioned at the beginning of the show that all roads will be leading to the Old Trafford Stadium. The Reds have won their last 3 matches against United. They thrashed their rivals 5-0 at Old Trafford and 4-0 at Anfield in the last season. United's current situation does suggest that they could be battered this time around as well, but News 9 Sports expect Erik ten Hag's men to turn things around and pull off a draw in this one because form goes out of the window in such matches. I've been at Old Trafford. And trust me, I can tell you from my experience that the atmosphere for this Premier League match is going to be electric. The streets outside the historic stadium would be packed with crowd. The trams leading to the stadium would be packed with United fans singing in unison chants for their beloved club. The United players would put everything on line to avoid a third successive defeat and to give the joy to their fans. Moreover, Liverpool have not recorded a win in their first 2 matches, which has happened for the first time in Klopp's era. Moving on to Tottenham Hotspur versus Wolves. Tottenham Hotspur clash against Wolves would be the curtain raiser of match week 3 at 5 p.m. on Saturday evening. And for all you Premier League fans in India, the timings mentioned in this show are IST and not GMT. So no need of any calculations if you are planning to catch up with the live match action. Perisic from Tottenham could be handed a start by Conte in this one. Spurs had created 4 big chances in their 2-2 derby against Chelsea. They have the manpower to surpass Wolves, for whom forwards Neto, Wang and Portens haven't been clinical in the final third in the first 2 matches. The informed Arsenal will face newly promoted Bournemouth side at the Vitality Stadium on Saturday evening. Gabriel Jesus has had a dreamy start to his Arsenal days by scoring 2 and assisting 2 in his Emirates debut against Leicester. Mikel Arteta's hard work is starting to pay dividends for the Gunners. The team of the Spanish manager looks pretty balanced. They won't have much issues in surpassing Bournemouth, who conceded 4 against City last week. Now everyone knows that no fixture is tough for a side as good as Man City. However, it won't be easy to edge past Newcastle at the St. James Park for the citizens because it's a tough place to play at. But Kevin De Bruyne is in prime form currently, and the Belgian international along with Haaland could allow City to cruise past Magpies on Sunday night. Chelsea travel to Allen Road for the battle against Leeds United. This is going to be another interesting fixture. Leeds have been frivolous in the attacking third with the assistance of Harrison and Rodrigo. But Chelsea's defence consisting of Silva, Koulibaly, James and Cucurella would be tough to beat. Sterling has been quiet so far, but News 9 Sports expects the English international to guide the Blues to a victory in Leeds this time. Now moving on to the West Ham game. West Ham take on Graham Potter's Brighton after 2 defeats at the start of the season. The Hammers hit the crossbar twice against their last rivals Nottingham, and Declan Rice penalty got saved in the match as well. They took 19 shots in the match, which is a proof of their attacking capabilities. The visitors do have the defensive prowess to stop them and the attacking rigour to create issues for the host. Both teams are expected to share spoils in London. Two Premier League legends, Patrick Vieira and Steven Gerrard, come face to face, this time as managers. Palace host Villa at Selhurst Park after the brilliant 1-1 draw against Liverpool. Vieira has proved his tactical prowess, but his team is yet to book a win. On the contrary, Gerrard's Villa performed exceptionally well against Everton. Ings and Watkins can combine again in London to haunt the Eagles, but it won't be easy to overall Palace at home. This game is anticipated to end in a draw. Brendan Rodgers' Leicester lock horns with Southampton at the King Power Stadium. Maddison is in top form, but it would be tight fixture considering Southampton pulled off a comeback after going down by 2 goals against Leeds in the last match week with the help of their striker Aribo. Leicester have averaged 3.5 shots on target in the last 2 matches, whereas Saints have a median of 3. This match is likely to end in a draw, but not without an intense battle. After 2 losses, Frank Lampard's Everton would take on Nottingham Forest, who last week booked their first Premier League win in 23 years. Forest are a stronger side than the Toffees at the moment, but Everton find a way to yield a desired result at Goodison Park. Therefore, this clash could end in a draw. Moving on to Brentford's game, Brentford must be high on confidence after thrashing United 4-0 in the previous match week. The Bees have scored 6 goals in the 2 matches similar to City and Arsenal. However, they could have issues in getting past Fulham, who registered an XG of 1.49 against Wolves. Even this match is poised for a draw. So this was an insight into what can be in store for our Premier League fans. I will yet again like to remind you that these predictions are derived from a sequence of analysis which are based on numerous metrics from the performance of the teams, managers and players from the past match weeks. We also take into consideration how players complement and supplement each other, but the eventual outcome of a match can only be as per these predictions. It's only possible if machines were out there playing in the field and not men. So let's not forget that these certainties make the sport worth for what we eagerly look forward to these matches. That's it from this episode. I will be back with more news, insights, facts and figures. Until then, keep watching News9 Sports and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also, you can visit our website News9 Live for all updates, reports and analysis from across the world of sports. This is Hardik Agrawal signing off.